it's Karen and the Lake Stamper here in Grand Blanc. How is everyone doing today? I've got a great little card set to show you today. You're gonna love it, love it. But first, some great news. Look what I got in the mail. I know. You ladies, I mailed this out to you. You should be getting this at the end of the month, all right? So you can have Christmas in July. And of course, the celebration, a little bit of the freebies that are inside this. You'll have to check that out once you get it. So nice to get it. I got it early. I couldn't believe it. So, I don't know about you guys, but if you are in Michigan, everyone has gone to Traverse City to the Cherry Festival. That, I could just sit and eat those cherries. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this would be me eating the cherries. But I'm going to use this part of the stamp set. Obviously the word sweet. It's just so nice and big. I love that, don't you? And we're going to do a one-sheet wonder also utilizing Plentiful plants. We're going to use this little guy here and this one right here. So with that said, let's get started. The first things first, I want to show you what I've done with the one-sheet wonder. Using a two-fold. Came out so pretty. I love it. The word sweet. I love it, love it, love it. I may not have to, I know I can't give these out. Now this is a one-sheet wonder just using the cherries and just using that one stamp set. Nice and simple. If you're, you know, a little bit scary about making a one-sheet wonder, which is so simple and so much fun. But this is a nice way to do it using the Tea Boutique Memory More card pack. You'll see that I have this using the red sorbet. And I did sweet, sweet, sweet inside. And it came out so cute. And last but not least, again, I did the word sweet. Now I did these cherries a little different. I'll show you how to do those as well. All right, so that came out really pretty. So with that said, let's get started here. First things first, I always get like 4 1/4 and times 8, all right? Just half it down the middle and you've got this area to play with, all right? To stamp with. So in a one-sheet wonder, let's get some colors. We've got Old Olive, we've got Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, Parakeet Party, and Sweet Sorbet, all right? The cardstock will be Sweet Sorbet. And don't forget, you got Stella Dora. You want to get her out. She gets to have a little party today. And then let's get out the stamps. Oh, yeah. Don't we have a lot? Okay, so first things first, we're just going to open this little guy up first, all right? Again, it's messy, okay? This is a messy day today. So we're going to get our strawberry out. I'm going to start, oh gosh, I don't know where I can start. We'll start in the middle, okay? And a couple things that I can show you really quick. When you start in the middle, which is fine, you want to be able to still have some room to put the little stem of the cherry. So I'm just going to do a few of them close together still, okay? Not so it's messy, but just close together. All right. And just to get it kind of going here. Now, if you didn't want to use anything else, you just want to use the stem, the leaf, and that's it. Then it would come out sort of like this, all right? Which is great. Love it. I can use this one. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's gorge. But if I want to do a little bit more advanced, you know, take it to that next level, then we're going to add, see how we did that? We added some more, and it can go over, and it can mix and match. So don't think you can't get things mixy and matchy, okay? So if you kind of look at that where I've cut, but that gives you an idea. So I'm going to now use my, just to show you guys, I'm going to use Garden Green. And Garden Green for the stem. All right, so here's my Garden Green. You can use Old Olive. You can use whatever color you want. I wanted to mix and match my colors because you always see different colors on the stems, you know. And I thought, well, what the heck? Why don't we do it? You know, we're fun. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. And see, I got something already on it. Who cares, right? I'm just going, because I'm going to cut it off. I don't need it. That's kind of the cool thing about a one-sheet wonder. Also, I can maybe stamp over it too. That's something to think about. Now, I'm going to keep going, all right? I'm going to keep going with my strawberries. That kind of, my cherries. And that kind of gives you an idea of where things can land, okay? Not the end of the world if it goes over the cherry, but gives you a kind of a quick idea of where we can go with this, okay? Very simple, not going to take you but a few minutes, maybe less than 10 to do this, okay? So we've got that started there. We're going to just do a little bit more. Hopefully I don't mess up. There we go. And you know, right now it's pretty simple, nothing exciting. And let's go to the top. And once we get the next, oh, see what I almost did? I always like to do this. I like to put that this stamp goes with that, this one goes with that. And what did I do? I mixed it up. Good for me for catching that. Do over. All right, let's, good save. All right, so we'll get that off. Let's do it again. All right. Yeah, I always have them all open and I have the stamp right next to the color I'm using. So, oh, and it came out even better. Look at that. And these all vary in color, so that's cool. You know, you could use real red if you wanted to. I'm trying to use all the new colors. I think it's kind of cool to use them. And this is one of the newer colors. And it comes out pretty decent. I'm going to just do a few more here, and I'll leave a little bit of a space in. I'll show you why in a minute. Now, I am done with Sweet Sorbet for now, so I'm just going to shut that just so I don't use it right this very minute. And then I'm going to put this one back over here, give it a little clean, and let's get out our handy dandy parakeet party. And I'm going to not shut this yet. Yeah, in fact, before I use parakeet, let's get some more stems on these. Okay. See? And remember, if you make a boo-boo like I did here, which is great, I'm glad I have that to show you, that's okay, because you're going to end up cutting some of this anyway. So who cares, right? So I've got those on there for now. I may add some more some more cherries, but we'll just have to hold off on that idea for just a minute. I guess I want some strawberries, huh? Okay, so I'm going to take this little guy off, and I'm going to put this little leaf on here, and let's get this started with parakeet. Now, I just want to do one, so I'm going to do one by itself. Oh, see how cute it looks? Look at that. Look how cute that is. So cute. Now, remember, if you don't like this, you can turn this right around, turn it to the other side and start all over again. Just saying. So I'm going to, because we're not going to use all of this, but we're going to use a portion of this for 2 areas on my card. So I've got those. Oh, look what I forgot. See, I forgot the stem up there. So let's see if I can actually do 2 in 1. Sometimes that doesn't always come out right. So let's see. It's real easy to not see the cherry. Okay. Oh, perfect. And then let's do this leaf. Okay, that came out perfect. All right, so we're gonna shut these up because I don't want to get in trouble. Use the wrong one. Okay. The next one to do is we've got the leaves. All right, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to, because I like this block so much better than that block, I'm going to take my cherry off, and let's put this one on there instead. Yeah, it's too flat, you know. I mean, it's nice to have, but make sure you've got the right side. I'm just saying because I've done that before. You think you've got the right one to stamp, and it's the wrong side. So this one's going to be in Old Olive, all right? And then my cherry cobbler is going to be this little guy right here. So I'm going to put that right there. Let's get some Starbucks. Hold on. Gotta have that little afternoon delight, you know? Okay, so these are great leaves, okay? I'll just show you on here. Look how nice that leaf is. Just a nice leaf. So I'm just gonna you know, put these all over. Put them at the end of the area as well as on your side. And also don't forget to do, you know, like a second generation as well, so it's a little bit lighter. Let's see if we can cover a little bit of this stuff that we made a boo-boo on. If not, that's not a big deal. Let's do a second generation. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna put some in here. 1, 2. Oh yeah, 1, and then let's do 1 in here. Second generation. Oh yeah. And then a little bit darker here, lighter here, right on the corner. Okay, first generation, this will be second. Sometimes just that little bit of lighter, you know, can be really, really pretty. Okay. And sometimes wherever you see a boo-boo, hide it. Do a stamp over it. If it doesn't work, don't use that part. Simple as that, right? All right, now, okay, so I've got a little bit of opening still for my last stamp, and that's from my cherry cobbler. And this is, it looks like, I don't know, little baby cherries. I'm just gonna pretend. Why not? So let me shut this so I don't use it by mistake. Gosh, I'm being so good. All right, so this one, I'll just show you right here. That's what that looks like. Nice and simple. And it comes out fairly light too. And this is cherry cobbler, so I don't need to have it matchy-matchy. And I will do second generation. Absolutely. And just let it go all over. Isn't that gorge? I mean, come on. Loving it. And you can have it go right on the cherry if you want to, okay? Let's go on this side where there's some white, all right? See that? First generation. Let's do one over here right off the page. Second generation. Okay, bam. Remember that one area that we didn't like because I had a little bit of a boo-boo? See how it's hiding it? See? Second generation, nice and light. First generation, and then if you want to do a first generation again, bam, and then a second generation here. Digging it? I love it. Oh, gosh, it's so pretty. You know, I never used the stamp set. I made a whole kit, but I used the die cuts for the Plentiful plants. Remember that really pretty plant card kit that I did last summer? Well, these are the stamps, and I never used them. And oh my God, they're so pretty, aren't they? Look at that. Okay. Okay, who's not in love with this? I mean, come on, this is gorgeous. So, so pretty. then maybe a couple more just to kind of fill in the areas, and let it do that second generation just because it's a fade out. Also, you could take your green again. I love doing cherry cobbler with any type of red. And see, we got these areas right there. What you could do is bring out that leaf. The leaf is a little bit more stronger as far as the first generation, so you definitely want to kind of give it a good tap on your scrap page there, and then nicely oh, see how nice. Oh, just where the little white areas are. So you don't need to have, you don't need to have it all covered, but you definitely want the bigger areas, definitely. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We're done. We're done. That was fun. Gotta go. Okay, so I think we did pretty darn good. Now, I just want to show you what you can do. This is one just using the stamp set of the cherries. And see, nice. It's nice and uniform, real pretty, nothing wrong with it. And then here it is, already done. Shazam! It looks amazing. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. It's more vibrant here, obviously, but this is a great way to start. And then if you wanted to take this, maybe you wanted to maybe half it to the 5 1/4, times 4, so it's at least one card. The other card you could make and kind of play around with that. That would be your practice. That's your practice. This is your homework tonight. Okay, so we were nice and neat. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, now we've got this done here. What I want to also show you now is I'm going to use this paper here. I'm going to show you how to do some cherries, okay? First things first, punch out with your punch out your template, okay? So you've got your nice little template. I've punched it out, and this is what you're going to use, okay? I usually put it with a washi tape, okay? So it stays nice and... Okay, now let's say you want to do this whole thing, okay? Well, let's say you want to stamp this, and then you want to use that stamp set. So you want to use the cherry stamp set. So let's get that out. Let me see. Here it is. So I would get the cherry stamp, and I'm going to put it right smack in here. So just so you can see it a little bit better here, let me bring it up closer. So here's your template. All right, and it doesn't matter if it's crooked or not because you're going to be punching it out. And I want to use this stamp set. So what I would do is I would just stamp. And the cool thing about this, if it doesn't come out right, who cares, right? Who cares? You know why? Because you're going to cut it out anyway. You're going to punch it out, and it's not going to see all the mishaps, okay? So you just kind of eyeball it, stamp it. See how light it is? I'm going to stamp it again. There we go. Perfect. And then you do so on and so forth. You do it with the green leaves, and I did the green leaves, but I can show you that. You just use, let's use, for fun, let's use, well, we'll use the same color. We'll use the parakeet. Here's the parakeet. Then get your little leaf lined up again. See? Look at that. How cute is that? And then do it this way. Whoops. This way here. Now, and that's how you do that. Same thing with the stem. Now, I noticed that I think to myself, well, wait a minute. I've got another idea. So you would punch this out and it would be perfect, okay? So let me show you another idea. again, using your template from your punch. And we're going to just put this right here. Okay. Now you say to yourself, I can't get that green thing as nice and aligned as I'd like. Well, oh, I know. I've got an idea. So let's use Old Olive just for fun. Okay. So I'm going to use Old Olive, and I'm just going to, bam. Look at that. Look how nice that comes out. And then you can still use your stamp for your leaf if you want. And it's nice that you've got even some little bit of a shadowing. So I could go back, okay, use this leaf because I'm going to punch this all out, okay, and this is going to have a little bit of the Old Olive with it, with a little bit, and you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times, because it's not going to matter because you're going to be punching it out. Look at that. Okay, and then, so I may as well, see how easy that, I almost used the wrong color. Double check, Karen, double check. Where's my red? Oh, I shut it, okay. Oh gosh, okay. Isn't that pretty though? Isn't that a great way to do this? So if you are really wanting to be accurate here and you want it to punch out exactly like the punch, this is the way to do it, okay? So that looks pretty good. And then look how pretty that leaf came out. Look how pretty that leaf came out just by kind of just brushing it to the side with a dauber. And then you would punch this out and that's it. Okay, let's say you didn't need the stem on this one, that's why you only needed the leaves and maybe the cherry. Now, the last idea is to do it this way, and I like this as well. This is not using any stamps, so we're done with the stamp set. Okay, we are going to close this one. Oh, I'm going to use Old Olive again, and I'll close Parakeet. Okay, this I'm going to use my dauber. Okay, and I am just going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you something. Let's say all I want to do right now is I just want to make a cherry, right? I don't want to stamp it. I just want to dauber it. Maybe put some Stella D'Or on it. So Wink Stella. Now, see that? Now, usually, if what you need to do, let's say I don't want to punch it out at all. I want to stamp it. So what I could do is I could move this template down to where I think the stem is going to show off, okay? There. Okay, there. Now I'm going to leave the leaves as is. I'm not going to get that picky about it. And I'm going to use my Old Olive. And I'm just going to brush it really nice. Isn't that cool? Now you could use a smaller dauber brush. I just didn't have one handy, so I'm using the bigger ones. A smaller one would be a little bit more fine-tuned to get that little area so you don't hit the red. But this gives you an idea, right? Look at this. See? Now you've got a cherry, and you didn't even stamp it, but it certainly looks like you did. Isn't that cool? Helpful hints right here. And then, just to show you, right here, see how nice that fit? Look at that. Just like downtown. See that? Look. I know. So, that shows you exactly how to really utilize your punch and utilize your stamps with your punch, or just utilizing a template of your punch to make your own cherry. This is the one I did just using the daubers. and that came out just darling. Just using the daubers and then Wink Estella, and I stamped it. Perfect, right? Okay, now we have our one sheet wonder, all right, and this is the card we're going to make right here, okay, and nice and simple. We've got our A2 size at 5.5, score at 4 1/4, all right, so that's a nice, get your bone folders out if you have them handy. I've got all kinds of fun bone folders here. So I usually give it a nice solid fold. So this little guy here is going to go here as our frame, and we are going to do that at 3 times 4 3/4. All right, but we need some body of this. Okay, so this is like the main squeeze here. So now we need to cut. So this is the fun part, because most of this looks fantastic, and I love it all. So I need to cut 2 things. One is 5 1/4 times 4, and the other one I'm going to cut at 2 3/4 times 4 1/4. So the first one is 5 1/4 times 4. Okay, so the 4 needs to be the tall way. All right, don't do it the wrong way. That would be bad. Okay, so here's my 4. Okay, I'm just gonna, oh, that's my little tiny, look at that, little tiny one, don't need that, bye. And then I'm going to do, let's see, because some of it's going to be hidden, so this is okay. So that was 4 times 5 1/4. Let's do 5 1/4 here. Digging it. Super, where's that one area I don't like? It's already gone. Okay, 5 1/4. So that's my base. All right. Now my second one is whatever's left on here. And that one's going to be 2 3/4 times 4 1/2. So 4 1/2 is going to go the long way. So let's see which side I don't like. This, I could let go of this side, okay? And this is a great way to play around. If you've got areas of your card you like better on the one sheet wonder than others, then just keep, you know, doing this until you fine tune it. That's what sometimes happens, which is great. That's a good thing to have a problem. So okay, so 4 1/2. All right, so it's going to take off a lot of my cherries down here. I guess I'm okay with that. I guess, yeah. That's a good piece to have, though. Look at that. All right. So 4 1/2. Now the tall part is going to be 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay. There we go. Look at how pretty that came out. And look, that, remember that one area that we didn't like? It's gone. I know, gone. So, very simple card to put together. We've got our frame for this one. Obviously, I'm going to pop that up, okay? The second one is this lovely base, all right? And when I look at that, that's where I want it. I don't really need a frame for this one because the cardstock itself is going to be my frame. So that's why I didn't put another frame on top of another frame. It's a lot of waste of good cardstock sometimes too. So take this is your own DSP. You created it. Isn't that cool? Again, if you didn't like it, you could turn it over and do it over again. And you're not wasting paper. So get your snail or your Tombow out, and this is going to go smack dab there. Perfect. Love it. Second off, this little guy here is going to go right there. I'm going to pop that up, and you'll notice on this little guy right here, I popped this one up first, not this one. So I'm going to snail this side, but I'm going to pop up this side. So let's do that. fancy right here in front of me. That's so organized. Okay. So let's see. I almost did the wrong one, which is fine. I like everything popped up anyway. So let me just get these on and I'll be right back. All right, I got the dimensionals on. First things first, let's get this centered. Looks great. Right now, just snail. Or use your stamp and seal if you've got that as well. And make sure you got the right, okay, the card's opening correct. That's always a good thing. Nice. Yay! Look at that base. Look how pretty that is. Look at how pretty that is. You've got two different variations of this, right? So I use the Stylish Shapes and I used Sweet and it fit. Barely, but it fit. I'm going to use it. Okay, so here's your 3 pieces that you need, right? So what I do usually is because I'm going to end up popping this up anyway, I'm going to use like 1 dimensional, stick it right on the back here, all right? And then I'm going to use my handy dandy hands, I guess. Yes, how exciting. There we go. And I'm just gonna stick that stem right on the dimensional, okay? That gives me a little bit more leverage. It gives me something else so it's holding on to it. And then I want that leaf, that really cute little cue up. I want it to be up so it looks kind of happy. It's a nice ripe one. It's not gonna be like a dead cherry. See, look how cute. And then on this one, because it's so much, I don't need 2 cherries like I did on this one. I'm just gonna use this 1 cherry. I like it on an angle because you can see the whole thing. And then I'm going to be able to pop this up over there. So that's what we're gonna do. And this takes just a second here. Okay, we've got 3 of these on here. The Stylish Shapes are so sweet. Oh, get it? Oh, that kill me. So, I know you didn't catch that joke, did ya? I know. Okay, so I'm going to need a dimensional there because see how it has a little bit of a cliff and it will start to bend down and you want it to stay perky. There we go. Okay, so you got your dimensionals, got them on your little cherry, and you can put it right there if you want to, or you can put it right there. That's perfect. There, perfect. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Now we need some, you know what we need? Well, a little Wink of Stella. I always call it Stella Dora, but it's Wink of Stella. Don't squeeze this too much. A whole bunch will come out otherwise. Just take your Wink of Stella and just do the shadowing of the cherry, okay? If you need to squeeze this, go on a piece of scrap paper, okay? Because see how much will come out at once and ruin your card. So I'm so glad I did it there. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit and just do a little bit of the card, okay? It gives it a nice embossing look to it. And, you know, like you've been, not foiling, but embossing. And you can color wherever you want. It'll give it a nice little sheen to it, okay? I don't know if you can see it on here or not, but I do have them on there. See how they kind of shine a little bit? And then this little guy here, oh yeah, they're drying up now. It just gives that, like it's a shadow of the cherry. See that? I think you can see it. Anyway, that's a little bit of a fun thing to use, but always make sure you've got a scrap piece of paper so you don't ruin your work because you'll feel awful. So, I know, right? Okay, let's get the picker tool, and I'm going to put some red rhinestones right on the cherries that are visible, that I can see, and maybe on some of the areas, just so I can see that I've got a little bit, and maybe on a little bit of these little flowers that we did too. You know, feel free to put them there as well. How cute is that? Yeah, there we go. And then I think, gosh, let's put a few more up here. Okay. And maybe right here, and then I'll do them in threes. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. So sweet. Isn't that great? One sheet wonder, and you've got enough for, well, one card here, and then if you did the whole sheet, an 8.5 by 11, again, I've got this other sheet that I've done. I've got 2 more cards out of this. So, and then don't forget, you can use these in the inside of your card, okay, if you like, or keep these. Again, I did the sweet, sweet, sweet in here because I did thank you for being so sweet. This wasn't hard to do, was it? And some really cool ideas of how to utilize your cherry and your cherry punch and your cherry stamps. So, Sweet Cherry, sweet, I know, I think there's a song. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I love this little kit. It's so sweet. And if you get a chance, you know, check it out. It's fantastic. Anyway, I hope you have a great afternoon, and I'll see you later, all right? Chat soon. Happy crafting.